I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit. And
Hello, my name is DJPEACHCOBBLER, and I'm dressed head to toe in denim. My pronouns are game-er, and I'm a man in his 20s who is somehow balding. I have a 3-inch penis flaccid and 2 inches erect, and I'm now welcoming you to the Cobbler Crackdown, a YouTube show financed by the American shadow government, which has been working tirelessly to get Costco to raise the price of their hot dogs, and also our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends, who is of equivalent power and influence. Welcome to the Cobbler Crackdown, and happy Denim Day, everyone. I understand that I have international viewers who are often confused by my commentary on purely American matters, such as our politics or what flavor of high fructose corn syrup pairs best with a Big Mac, so I will explain Denim Day for their sake. Obviously, my American viewers can go ahead and skip this segment, as I'm sure they're eager to get back to celebrating Denim Day with their families. Denim Day was first declared a national holiday by President Theodore Roosevelt in 1903 to celebrate the life of Dean Denham, the inventor of cargo shorts. So every Denim Day, children all across the country dress head to toe in denim, go outside, and beat propane canisters with sledgehammers, in hopes that Dean Denham himself will visit them in the night and bless their shorts with pockets aplenty. On the West Coast, I think they throw hairspray canisters at minorities. There are regional differences. Regardless, I just wanted to show my holiday spirit and hope my international viewers can enjoy Denim Day in their own small ways. For example, you could eat the traditional Denim Day dinner, which is of course the original American meal of corn syrup balls deep fried by an underpaid migrant in a store with a gay sign. But that's enough fun. It's time to get down to business and cob down on the crackers, or whatever the fuck it is that we do here. In political news, Roe v. Wade has been repealed by the Supreme Court. The conservative agenda is clear. They want us to stop having sex with women and start having sex with tasty, hairless twinks. Many women have even declared a sex strike in response to this news, which I'm sure they have definitely upheld since they declared it, which only strengthens my tight little twink theory. Also, yeah, they want you to stop having casual sex. This is like abstaining from selling weed after it was made illegal. You're not protesting. Like, that's the point. That's what they want you to do. The Supreme Court decision has led to widespread protests and violent liberal anarchists, interrupting the dessert of Supreme Court Justice Brett Bruise and Biceps with the Boys Kavanaugh. Now, what's my opinion on this development? I am a person on the internet, therefore, and must have a useless opinion on this matter. Well, I am absolutely in support of Roe v. Wade being repealed. Perhaps now, as a nation, we can finally move past pussy, as all truly civilized nations did. And terrible, no good, very, very bad, very tragic news. Mikhail Gorbachev passed away this past week. And, you know, we like to have fun here as we discuss the disintegration of our world. But I think it would behoove us to take a moment of silence. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I can think of no greater way to celebrate the dissolution of the Soviet Union by Mikhail Gorbachev than playing Raid Shadow Legends, the must-play mobile game that everyone's been talking about. And have you heard of Raid Shadow Legends' new addition, the Doom Tower? This huge tower is basically a giant prison. The Arbiter fought a pack of really nasty bad guys a long time ago, but she wasn't strong enough to take them out for good. So instead, she locked them up in a massive super tower until she figured out how to deal with them. What's worse, now that Suroth is leaking back into the world, the Arbiter doesn't have the power to keep the wards up. So, the Doom Tower is failing, and it's up to us to go in there and knock some heads before they get out. To climb to the top, you're gonna need an army of champions. The regular Doom Tower floors tend to be pretty easy to deal with if you've got a strong team, but the bosses are really tough, and you need some serious specialists if you're going to beat them. I could go on for ages talking about how to try and fight these bosses, but the real fun is trying things out and experimenting for yourself. And this month, Raid's just released a giant new feature, Awakening, and a brutal new dungeon, the Iron Twins Fortress. If you're good enough to take down the Iron Twins, you'll see a huge payoff, being able to awaken your champions. Awakening your champions lets you choose a powerful blessing. that can transform how they perform in battle. This whole feature has added an entire new level of depth and strategy, and I've been having a ton of fun playing around and testing things out. But wait! Here's the big news. Raid has just released a superpowered legendary version of everyone's favorite champion, Death Knight. The whole Raid community has been waiting for this for a long time, and Ultimate Death Knight is everything we hoped for. He's poised, he's powerful, he's perfect. And the best part is, everyone can get him for free just by logging in. All you have to do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and October 27th, and you will add Ultimate Death Knight to your collection easy. There's seriously never been a better time to get started, but there's more! You can now use the DK Rises promo code for a bunch of free items to instantly level your new strongest champion all the way to level 50, 5-star Ascension. The promo code is available for both new and existing players, and if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link in the description and scan my QR code here on the screen and you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion, Terrell, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. In LOL, LMAO news.
Now, I want to be clear, I have little sympathy for reactionaries who cynically condemn identity politics or cancel culture, when really all they're doing is trying to preserve existing privilege or excuse entrenched injustice.
Did you know that despite making up only 2% of presidents, black people commit over 50% of drone strikes? Trump stopped reporting on drone strikes, so we can't know for sure, but Obama is still a warmongering, war criminal, Wall Street speech-giving asshole, and I believe that is grounds for cancellation, provided that someone painted a J.K. Rowling tweet on one of the missiles. What's your thoughts on this unspeakable abyss?
You thought with the fall of the Soviet Union that the world would become a liberal democracy, but your children do not believe in the world you built. The end of history has slipped through your grasp.
Fuck you. In news, President Biden tested positive for COVID-19. In sexy sexual sex news, I had sex with a woman. We reached out to the woman for comment, but you don't know her. She goes to a different school. In climate change news, the UK has been rocked by heat waves. While left-wing individuals insist this unbearable heat is a result of man-made climate change, conservatives insist it's a result of Middle Eastern refugees smuggling desert weather in through their carry-ons. And also, inexplicably, men wearing dresses, and also the heat's not real. What do you think, Unbearable Abyss, who watches me sleep at night and will occasionally awaken me with the blood-curdling screech of truth?
You paved over the world and turned it into a parking lot. I honestly don't know what you expected to happen.
Yeah. In patriotism news, an American man fights against his local government trying to add bike and bus lanes to the roads he commutes to work on. This man says these new traffic regulations will only add to the already overwhelming traffic he experiences on a daily basis. When told that he perhaps should use a bike or bus to get to work in the morning, the man said, "I pay $400 in car payments, $200 in gas, and $150 in insurance a month, so why the hell would I take the bus?" We will keep you updated on this story as it develops. It won't. It will be literally the same story forever. In sexy lady news, in the Victoria's Secret mud wrestling tournament last week, world champ... What's that? Oh my god. It is our pleasure to announce that Joe Biden has recovered from COVID-19. As you can see in this photo here, taken recently at his favorite ice cream parlor, where he reportedly got double chocolate chip. In financial news, the S&P 500 officially enters a bear market, as the market has dipped more than 20% from its all-time high last year. What's your take on the economic downturn, Unbearable Abyss?
You expect infinite growth living on a world with finite resources. You built your world on a greedy delusion and now marvel at how quickly it crumbles. Even a mad dog knows there's only so much meat on a bone.
Oh, Abyss. The reason you've become a fan favorite on the Cobbler Crackdown is for the simple reason that you're very objective. You bring a very level-headed, big-picture view to the stories that we discuss nightly. Where I am on the payroll of countless intelligence organizations, despotic regimes, and the odd rat-themed pizza parlor, you, as an eldritch abomination older than the universe itself, really can maintain your objectivity. But the fact is, I think you're wrong on this one. All leading economists still say that there's lots and lots of meat on this carcass upon which we are feeding. And there always will be, because reasons. And therefore, I'm going to have to disagree with you here. I'm going to listen to the experts on this one. In astroturfed distraction news, racism, racial tension, racism news. Over 30 scientists worldwide have called for the renaming of monkeypox due to racism. In related news, scientists have decided to rename all monkeys due to racism. They will now be called Mexicans. In political news, American president and future fucker of my wife, Joe Biden, has canceled up to $10,000 in student loans for citizens. I guess the debt must have tweeted a pedophile joke back in 2010. Now, audience, I don't want to talk down to you. I have zero desire to fill you with propaganda and tell you what to think. The last thing I would ever do to you is present a grossly oversimplified picture of the world that you live in. You're too smart for that. You'd see right through it. You're a free thinker, however. I think it's quite clear that the Biden administration is only doing this thing that voters want in order to get more votes in the future, which is obviously underhanded and manipulative. Furthermore, this debt forgiveness is not happening for people who actually deserve it, which is to say, blue-collar white guys, but is instead going to benefit welfare queens, liberal baristas with useless degrees, blue-haired girls with nose rings who you want to fuck because you have self-destructive tendencies, and of course, illegal Mexican immigrants who stole their student debt from hardworking Americans. In Give Up Your Guns. Give them up now! News. A Dallas woman was visited by Homeland Security after posting angry tweets in the wake of the court's Roe v. Wade decision. Her tweets advocated for the burning of federal buildings and contained the phrase, slaughter them all. This white upper-class liberal woman, who probably thought she was Conan the Barbarian, was then sent a letter by Homeland Security, warning that further threats would result in criminal charges. So she tweeted a picture of that letter, and then a Fed showed up at her door, accompanied by 2 police officers. According to the woman, this federal agent and his fluffers said, "Yikes, Queen, this is not a good look. Did you know that the federal government educates more trans, BIPOC, neurodivergent children than anyone else? Maybe you should educate yourself." Critics of the agency's behavior have called the woman's tweets based and red-pilled. But this newsman's gotta say, we cannot hold women responsible for their certified woman moments. These things just happen. You gotta move on. In social media news, influencer, Serbian war criminal, and People magazine's most closeted man alive winner, DJPEACHCOBBLER, was banned from Twitter again this past month after asking President Biden to fuck his wife. We asked Cobbler for comment, and he took up residence within our walls, and has been whispering his response to us in the dead of night. Up yours, woke moralists. My wife will be fucked, and I certainly won't be the one to do it. Now we move to the entertainment portion of the video, as the CIA has begun cutting us a bigger check than ever before, permitting the hiring of a film critic. So I hope you will all join me in welcoming the one, the only, DJPEACHCOBBLER. Thanks, DJ. Before we get started, I'm afraid I have some very sad news. A great monarch has passed away between the filming of that last segment and now this segment. Yes, I'm of course referring to Thurston Waffles, internet king and all-around shrimpy boy who passed away this last week. I'm being absolutely honest and sincere when I say this is very, very sad news. Thurston had a very dear place in my heart, and while these videos are comedic in nature, I was honestly really sad to hear the news. I dedicate this video to him. The Elvis biopic, directed by Baz Luhrmann, enjoyed an above-expectations box office run, and this critic says it's well-deserved. A colorful but ultimately heartbreaking retelling of the king of rock and roll's story, this film is sure to please old fans and will almost certainly make some new ones. However, as an affluent white person with a useless job, and enough white guilt to defend Obama, the war criminal, in the comments section of a YouTube video, this film critic must ask, is this film not problematic? White people stole rock and roll. Furthermore, the film, troublingly, portrays Elvis and Priscilla Presley to be roughly equivalent in age, while in actuality the two met when Elvis was 24 and Priscilla was 14. Should this film have glossed over this aspect of his personal life? This critic asks, why whitewash this distasteful aspect of his history? Why not show the predatory nature of this relationship? Hire a 14-year-old actress. Show Elvis grooming her from her young, vulnerable age, doing unspeakable things to her young, nubile body. Maybe, lots of long, lingering, nude shots and flattering, intimate lighting. For the kids. While Elvis is an enjoyable enough film with plenty of color, spectacle, and heart, it falls victim to the same classic pitfalls that most music biopics fall into. Not enough underage nudity. 0 out of 10. Thor: Love and Thunder, the much-anticipated sequel to the surprisingly fresh and fun Thor: Ragnarok, has had a successful opening, but a quick drop-off in the box office. Critics and audience members alike have taken issue with lots and lots of jokes that just don't land, generally shoddy special effects, the fact that it is not Top Gun: Maverick, and of course, the lack of underage nudity. At the D23 Expo, Disney made several major announcements. Among these was a trailer for the Little Mermaid live-action remake, which has caused no shortage of intelligent internet discussions because the main character of this children's movie is black. This film critic, however, lauds Disney for this creative decision. Disney has finally proven that anyone can be a mermaid, even if they make me cross the street when walking alone at night. And finally, in video game news, rumors are circulating that the Modern Warfare 2 remake will cover the Iraq War, and presumably will criticize the war it pushed propaganda onto 12-year-olds for during the entirety of the 2000s. Back to you, DJ. Thanks, DJ. I heard that guy has a baby dick. That's right, he bought the dick of a dead baby off of Crackdown. Oh, Jesus. Sounds like I'm missing the Denim Day celebrations. This has been the Cobbler Crackdown. And don't worry,